Hi friends, I'm Tash, this is Charlotte, and we are
Taking the Mickey.
So today we are doing a little video on what was announced at D23. We're going to focus on just the parks today. We're not going to touch on any of the other stuff, just solely the parks.
Because otherwise we would be here literally all evening. So let's start off with Magic Kingdom. There were so many announcements that are so exciting coming to that park. And the most exciting part about all of these announcements is that none of it is blue sky anymore. These are all active projects that are already underway, that either already kind of preparations are being made, or they're already under construction, or they have dates that they are going to be happening, which is
solid
really cool.
Plans. That's
Solid
what we
plans.
like, Disney.
Finally, Epic Universe has come along and they've said, oh, we actually need to do something. And we agree. But yeah, we're here for it. So obviously, the thing that I am most excited for, and I think you are as well, is Villains Land! So Villains Land is going to be part of the Beyond Big Thunder Mountain expansion project.
Yes, they have announced 2 major attractions, dining, shopping, all fun stuff.
It's going to be a fully encompassed land. I think that's what's so exciting about it. It's not just like a one-off ride or anything.
And they haven't done something like this with Walt Disney World anyway for a very long time.
Yeah. The concept art looks absolutely incredible. And while they didn't give any information as to what the attractions are, it's definitely looking like there's going to be a roller coaster of some sort. Now, I know a lot of people have been kind of discussing how it definitely looks like a Maleficent coaster just by the fact that it's kind of coming out of the thorns and everything.
But
however,
if you look at the bottom of the concept art,
there's definitely a part of a coaster that's going kind of underworld style. It's giving Hades, it's giving going through the River Styx, so I don't know if that's all going to be one attraction with a bunch of villains in it, that you're going through different villains kind of lands.
That sounds cool.
And then the other attraction, it's complete speculation, a lot of the chat online is that it's going to be kind of a lot of villains all coming together to try to take over the Magic Kingdom or something, which I think would be incredible, like a dark ride type of thing. So I mean, I'm here for it. I think they're definitely going for the spooky kind of aspect, because you think of Epic Universe and Dark Universe and Halloween Horror Nights and how popular that is. I think this is definitely something aimed at the Disney adults. And you can love them or hate them, but at the end of the day, they're the ones spending money at the parks. We're the ones spending money at the parks. So I think that's what Disney is really catering for, is they're trying to get some of those bigger thrills into...
Yeah, which I'm so here for. And the good news about all of this is they have already started construction.
Yeah. So speaking of bigger thrills, there's more thrills coming to Frontierland area. Yes. So where Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island used to be, we're getting 2 new Cars attractions finally coming to Disney World, Florida.
It's Lightning McQueen! So, quick sidetrack. I never watched Cars in my life until about 3 weeks ago, and then I binged every single one, and now it is one of my most favourite.
It's become your personality.
Honestly, it's my life. So when this got announced...
Everywhere we went in Disneyland Paris, it was, it's Lightning McQueen! Everywhere.
So this announcement was probably the one I was most excited about, because I was like, oh my God, a new Cars land. But yeah.
Oh, because I think you always thought like you weren't going to see Lightning McQueen, like, you know, Radiator Springs and stuff until you went to California.
Yes.
And now you don't have to.
Which, I mean, hopefully our California trip hopefully will be before
fingers crossed
it's done in Walt Disney World. But yeah, so they're incorporating it with the Big Thunder Mountain kind of theme, aren't they? With the orange mountains, that rustic kind of vibes.
Yeah, it's not going to be Radiator Springs, which I think is really smart, kind of keeping it separate from California, so you don't have the same in both areas. And it's obviously going to have to be different because you've got Test Track next door, which Radiator Springs Races is essentially Test Track. It's going to have to be something completely different. So this is looking like it's going to be an off-roading kind of experience, which looks really fun. And again, it's that kind of big thrill type of ride, but then they're also going to have a more family-friendly ride, which kind of looks like it might be a bit of an Autopia type of situation, like kind of like kids driving cars and stuff.
Maybe it's going to be planes. That was an off-the-road franchise, wasn't it? So
maybe.
But who knows?
Fly on in.
Very exciting.
Very exciting stuff. And again, preparations for this are already underway, and work begins on this in early 2025. So goodbye, Rivers America. Goodbye, Tom Sawyer's Island. I hate to say it, but I never really went over there anyway, so I don't really care.
Neither. But there's a lot of speculation because obviously that was one of Walt's favourites, isn't it? Have you seen a lot of that online? And I kind of get both sides, but at the same time, as Walt always said, the parks are never finished, and I think he would be excited by.
I think he would be,
a little new venture for that side of the park. So yeah.
Awesome. So 2 new things debuting in 2025. So these are close on the horizon. We've got a brand new nighttime parade coming to Magic Kingdom called Disney Starlight. It's giving like Disney electrical parade kind of vibes because the Blue Fairy is going to be leading it.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's going to be cute. Beautiful. And Disney World is long overdue.
Some new
a new parade.
Yeah.
Do I still think that the daytime parade needs an overhaul?
Yes.
Yes. However, we'll take what we can get. So we've got a new nighttime parade, which looks incredible. So that's debuting in the summer of 2025.
And the next and last final exciting announcement is the Pirates Lounge, which is going to be a Pirates of the Caribbean bar, right?
Yeah.
And also, funnily enough, last week, me and Charlotte were like, oh, it's so weird because Magic Kingdom, they don't serve alcohol. What are they going to do? Pirates bar, rum. And it has been confirmed this will serve alcohol.
Yeah, so it's the first actual bar in Disney World because you can buy alcohol obviously at sit-down restaurants.
Yes.
But it's the first time us Disney adults can get our kicks,
have a bar.
literally have a bar. I think those rum cocktails, there's going to be some good like...
I'm excited for it. I love Pirates. I'm a huge fan of Pirates. So this, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go. It's like my version of Ogre's Cantina.
Yeah. And again, there's like, looking from the concept art, it looks like it's going to be fully immersive. There's going to be kind of characters there, not like Disney IP characters, but there's going to be kind of, you know, pirates around there, and it's going to be kind of a jolly old time. It looks like there's going to be music, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to go where the current Tortuga Tavern is, so it's going to be literally right across from the ride. So I think it's that perfect all-encompassing little Pirates of the Caribbean area.
And I've also heard that Keira Knightley will be there nightly.
That was awful.
That was a joke, by the way.
Brilliant! that was quick! I love that!
Oh no.
That was awful.
That was a huge joke. She is not. She probably won't ever be there.
Keira Knightley will be there on the nightly. That was great. I'm proud of you. Right, we are swiftly moving over to Animal Kingdom as we've had some really exciting updates for there. We finally have the name of the tropical lands, which has been teased for a while. Welcome to Pueblo Esperanzas. Goodbye,
Wow.
Dinoland USA. Hello, Tropical Americas. It's going to be really, I mean, the concept art, again, like they've really slayed all of the concept art, I think.
It's really got that excitement up.
Yeah,
You can really envision it, you know?
Just the colours. I think Dinoland has always just kind of been this a bit faded and sad.
yeah.
As much as we love Dinosaur,
The nostalgia is stabbing me a little bit, but
yeah, but it's always been that
exciting.
like kind of faded, sad land. So I think getting like those vibrant colours in are going to be amazing. There's going to be 3 new attractions coming to Pueblo Esperanzas. So first of all, goodbye Dinosaur. Hello Indiana Jones. It's going to be a brand new story that's not been in any of the parks before, which is really cool.
That makes sense.
Set in kind of like Mayan temple ruins, and there's apparently going to be a creature involved.
A creature?
Ooh.
Oh, God. I can't remember any creatures in Indiana Jones, sir.
Surprise.
Surprise! Okay.
Brand new story.
Animal Kingdom.
Exactly. How are we going to shoehorn this in? There's an animal.
It's a big snake.
But, you know, I'll take it because, I love the California Indiana Jones ride, and I think I love Dinosaur.
You do.
That's not our dino.
We both do. We love Dinosaur, but I am excited to ride the new Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. Second ride is going to be a boat ride set in the Family Madrigal's Casitas, so an Encanto ride, which is going to be awesome. No kind of news as to whether it's going to be like a thrill ride or if it's going to be like a Navi River journey type of deal.
My bet is it's going to be like a River Navi journey
Yeah.
/ like
Gonna be
Pirates
kind of
or
a
It's
chilled
Small
out
World
vibe.
kind of vibe, yeah.
Because I suppose you got the thrill with the Indiana
Indiana
Jones,
Jones,
so I
yeah.
think it will be chill. Apparently it's set in it's right after Antonio gets his gift. So he's in the rainforest and all the animals are speaking to him and stuff. And it's going to kind of go on from there. And again, concept art looks flawless.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be some really cool animatronics we can expect to see from that one. Especially the kind of like Tiana's Bayou style animatronics.
Well, that's kind of started it off. I think anything now just has to be
elevated
better,
from
right?
there. And the final ride is going to be a carousel set in the middle of the land, and it's going to feature all of our favorite Disney animals.
I think that's going to be really cute.
Yeah.
There's going to be some fights though.
Right.
I want Judy Hopps, bang!
If there's not a Miko one, I'll be devastated.
That would be crazy.
But did you see they've got a Kevin from Up one, and they had a model of that at D23, which we'll show right here, and it looks really, really cute.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
So I do think, riding Kevin will be adorable. That probably looks really wrong. We'll cut this.
Get that down. Okay, and our last announcement for Animal Kingdom is Zootopia Better Together, which is replacing It's Tough to Be a Bug.
And nobody was sad ever.
Actually, I was thinking about this this morning.
Are you kidding me?
So, oh my god, I'm all about the tangents today. I basically had a panic attack on that ride as a kid and had to get carried off it. But I feel
Sounds like you loved it. Sounds like you're really sad it's going.
I feel like before it goes, I wish I could have rode it as an adult to bid farewell.
Well,
And I missed my chance because that should have been in January because it is set to open in winter 2025.
Ooh, so hopefully we can be saying goodbye to It's Tough to Be a Bug sometime soon.
Maybe not in person.
It's traumatizing. I don't know what. I don't know how or why Alien Encounter and Stitch's Great Escape were deemed too scary for the parks, but It's Tough to Be a Bug
True, actually.
was okay.
But I do hope, because
Awful.
I love A Bug's Life, that they put like a character from A Bug's Life on the carousel.
That could be cute.
Like
if he could be on like the back of Flick or
someone.
something.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'd take that with open arms.
Yep, I'm here for that. Or didn't the Queen have like a little like carriage thing? Maybe that can be the kind of like the
sit-down
accessible
ones.
Yeah.
Disney, if you're watching this, that would be lovely.
There you go. There's some ideas for the Imagineers. Okay, next up, let's head on over to Disney's Hollywood
Our
Studios.
favourite part.
See, this is probably a close second to me for the villains.
Oh.
Monstropolis. Monstropolis is coming to Hollywood
Yes.
Studios, and it's the thing that everyone has watched that film
And said, that should be a roller
and
coaster.
said that needs to be a ride. So we're finally getting the doors as a roller coaster. What are these coasters called?
Suspended.
Yeah, when it's suspended and your legs are
Your
dangling
legs are
like
dangling.
that.
Which I can't believe they haven't jumped on that sooner.
Honestly, and they've even said that it's going to be like, you know, you start the roller coaster and you're going to get picked up like a door. Like it's going to
So
be
exciting.
incredible. And also because, you know, again, looking at the concept art,
I was just about to say that, yeah.
it's all like the whole of that area, that land is made for them just from the ride.
Yeah.
Like just from the
film.
just from the movie. Yeah. Sorry. It looks incredible. I can't wait for I think the snacks there will be really good.
Yeah.
I think they'll have really different, really cool snacks. I think they're going to have so many like drinks out of the screen canisters and things like that.
And it would be cool to have some characters around there too, I think.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
I think they should have a sushi restaurant.
I also think Randolph should come.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
He should be a character you can meet.
Yeah.
So yeah, Monstropolis is going to be absolutely incredible. I don't think we've got a date for that one yet. But there is quite a bit of controversy when it comes to where it's going to go because they haven't announced that yet.
Yes.
And there are two possible places really that it could go. One is Animation Courtyard,
And the other is Muppet Vision.
which I think would be sad because there's without Muppet Vision, there's no Muppet representation in the parks whatsoever.
And I just think it's such a nostalgic part because obviously, you know, like Mickey's Runaway Railroad kind of replaced that. Yeah. And I think it's one of the, not the only, but it's definitely one of the last staples.
Yeah, one of the kind of
there.
OG, and it's about film, which a lot of the things at Hollywood Studios aren't necessarily about film anymore.
Yeah.
So I think, I would quite like that to stay. I think Animation Courtyard is looking quite tired and sad.
I agree.
But the problem there is that the Voyage of the Little Mermaid has just been completely redone and is going to be reopening. So that's not going anytime soon. So I don't know if there's a way that could kind of, because it's kind of at the front of it, could that be its own little thing, and then get rid of like the Star Wars launch bay, which is just a character meet and greet, and have the character meet and greets at Galaxy's Edge. Like, why are they two completely separate?
True, and they're like opposite sides.
Yeah, or even between like Star Tours and Galaxy's Edge, where there's kind of a bit of dead space. You could move that over there. It's nice that there's Disney Junior there, I suppose, but again, I just feel like there could be some rejigging over there to make it work.
Is there any
and keep Muppets.
Land that there is there, do you think? Like that they can just expand a bit on the side, or do you think something would have to go?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Toy Story Land is kind of like the kiddie land almost. I don't know if they could kind of expand to the side of that to have like a Disney Junior section, or if could that be moved to another park?
Who knows? We'll have to hold tight and see.
But yeah, so that's the controversy at the moment, is where is Monstropolis going to go? However, that announcement of that roller coaster, like the kid in me was just like, finally. Now, the next one you guys need to do, Imagineers, all of you who are clearly watching our video, looking for inspiration, I'm sorry, there needs to be a Cusco log flume ride.
That would be amazing. I just don't think they do it.
Imagine your Cusco going down, like, or towards the end when they're trying to get the bottle and stuff, like, and you go down that giant Mayan temple thing.
That would be epic. However, I'm not going to burst your bubble, but the amount of kids, I teach dance to kids and stuff.
Yeah.
They'd have no idea about any movie that wasn't brought out before 2010.
Before Frozen.
Yeah. So I think they won't go back.
It would be for
to a very niche thing. Or maybe
it would be for the Disney adults.
I know. I just don't think they would. Even
they love Yzma in the parks, though.
Do they?
At Halloween time, Paris always has
maybe.
Yzma. Mickey's Not So Scary. You sometimes, definitely at California, you see Yzma like on the parade floats and stuff.
You know what? Then maybe. Maybe.
No, it's not enough to make a whole attraction. But for me personally, it would make me very happy.
Do it for Charlotte.
Do it for me.
She's a main character.
I am.
The next announcement for Hollywood Studios is an extra storyline on the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Yeah.
Which will include the Mandalorian and our favourite tiny baby Yoda, Grogu. Which is very exciting. However, this won't be going into the ride, incorporated in the ride, until the film comes out in 2026. So many numbers.
Yeah, this was also announced at the D23 Disney Plus kind of side of the expo, where they announced all of the incredible films and TV shows coming up. So yeah, that's coming out in 2026. They're getting their own film. So it's going to be kind of tied into that. And that is going to be hitting Hollywood Studios Smuggler's Run, as well as the California Smuggler's Run out at Disneyland Park over there.
I also hope the film's a comedy. I don't think it will be.
We'll park that and we'll come back to that. Strong detour from Star Wars. It's a rom-com.
It's about a loving mother and a child.
Grogu finds love with the frog he's about to eat and then goes, ooh. Okay, back on track. At Epcot, we have the fewest announcements for Epcot, mostly because they got the newest big ride, Guardians of the Galaxy, I would assume, and they've had that major overhaul with World Showcase. But we have Test Track, which is already closed and undergoing its refurbishment, which is going to reopen in 2025. This is going to be, I kind of feel a bit like, meh.
Yeah.
About it. But yeah, it's going to be paying homage to World of Motion. So hopefully that's nice, I guess. But yeah, it'll be cute. But that's closed for a little bit. But the really nice thing that I think is opening is we're getting a Spaceship Earth lounge.
Ooh. Is it speculation or is it confirmed it's going to be overlooking where you can watch the fireworks, right?
Confirmed, yeah. So it's going to be overlooking the whole of World celebration and the fireworks in the lagoon. Which I think
sounds lovely.
The fireworks would be far away, but I suppose they do dessert parties and stuff at the Contemporary, don't they? And that's just as far away from Happily Ever After. So
maybe something like that might be on the cards.
I'll definitely see I would expect like a firework dessert party to be there. overlooking the fireworks at night.
Okay, moving on to DCA, California.
My favorite parks in the world.
Which I still need to go to.
I know. We're going to go. We're trying to plan a trip for the end of the year to go to California because Tash has never been, and
I would love to
I
go.
was shook by how much I liked it. But that's another conversation for another video.
So the first announcement is the long-awaited Avatar.
Yes!
So basically, it is going to be inspired by the two films, Way of Water, and the new film that was announced at D23, which is Fire and Ash.
Yeah, it's going to be a boat ride, and they've released quite a bit of concept art. It's quite detailed, so they're obviously quite far along in the process of planning it, even though there's no specific dates been announced yet of when they're starting construction and everything. But the boat ride, according to the Disney Parks blog, is going to be looking at the beauty and the dangers of Pandora. So because of the dangers, I'm thinking it's definitely going to be upping the stakes from Na'vi River. So maybe more towards the Shanghai Pirates of the Caribbean type of ride, where you're going to be fully immersed in everything with animatronics, with screens, with everything. So that's quite exciting to look forward to.
Yes. The next thing is Coco. There is going to be a Coco-inspired ride, which will be a boat ride. Basically, the Imagineers have kind of took inspiration and wanted to go back to their kind of like original storytelling rides.
Yeah, like Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion have been influences for them. So I think it's really nice because I think we haven't seen a ride done like this that's based off a movie in quite a while. It's often taken you after the film and stuff like that. So I think it's quite nice to go back to the OG telling the story of the film. They've already started work on the animatronics, which I'm sure are going to be incredible. In Japan how they've got the Beauty and the Beast ride, and they've got like the Beast transformation. Yeah. I think there will be some sort of magic in this ride. That's my prediction, because I'm trying to think of like other rides that are coming out that they could have that, and I think this would be really special to have that true Disney magic in a ride, and have that be kind of a focal point. And I think this would be the perfect way of turning, like, I don't know, even if it's like making the kind of the bridge to the Land of the Dead appear, or turning
Miguel going from like a skeleton to the real boy.
Yeah.
But I do think Coco well deserves a ride. I think it's a beautiful story, and I think this ride, I'm super excited. One, I think the colors are just going to be like amazing, like the oranges and all that stuff. The costumes and the characters are going to look gorgeous.
And the music, and they've said that music is going to be really heavily featured.
I can't wait.
In the ride, so I think it's going to be gorgeous. Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be really cool if we have like, are we going to go to an Ernesto de la Cruz concert?
That would be exciting.
That could be cool.
But yeah, they haven't announced where in the park it's going, but it would make sense for it to be near Pixar Pier, right, where the Incredicoaster is.
That's what I think, because like that Incredicoaster is obviously the kind of feature ride there, but I think it would be really nice to have another big ride there. You've got Toy Story Mania, you've got the Inside Out kind of, you've got, quite a few smaller rides. I think it would be nice to have another featured attraction, especially as Pixar is such kind of a focal point of Disney nowadays. And, and especially at California where they have the Pixar Fest, like, I think they need another major attraction over there. And last but not least for Disney California Adventure, we have Avengers Campus doubling in size, which I am so excited for. The Marvel nerd in me was smiling so big when this announcement was made.
Yep, so they've announced 2 attractions at DCA.
Yeah, one of which is Avengers Infinity Defense. And this is looking to be, if you've ever been to Universal Studios and been on the Spider-Man ride, not that Disney's copying or anything, but it does look like it's going to be a quite similar concept, that you're using those kind of car ride vehicles which have really high sides, so they can really direct your point of view. And it's definitely going to be a 3D ride of sorts, just again from the concept art of Thanos kind of reaching out and grabbing you.
True, which I'm not too excited about, but I'm sure if I go when it's just came out and it's not going to be blurry or... I'm sure it'll be great.
When these things are brand new, it's not going to be like a Flight of Passage sitch where
10
it's
years
just
time, I
blurry.
might give it a miss.
Yeah.
And the next ride is called
the Stark Flight Lab. It is going to be, again, looking kind of similar to a certain Universal Studios ride that we know and love called Forbidden Journey. If any of you don't know how that ride works, it is essentially an arm, and then you have like the chairs on the top that kind of go around like this. Do you like me?
It was lovely. Dinosaur's gone, put it away.
Yeah, it looks kind of similar to that, but you're essentially testing out Tony Stark's flight equipment.
Which sounds really fun.
Yeah, but it also, I think what looks nice again from the concept art, and I don't know if this could be completely wrong, but you've got some that are up on the arm.
Yeah.
And then you've got some that are kind of along the floor. So I don't know if they're actually kind of creating options for the rides that, like, if you maybe do get really motion sick, like that you can still do an Avengers attraction, because all of the rides there are quite motiony. So it might be that they're doing two options, or that just might be where you get on and then it goes up. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I was like, oh, that's actually a really good idea if they're doing that.
Especially that ride vehicle I find on Forbidden Journey.
Yeah.
Some days I'm absolutely fine, and some days it knocks me west.
Yeah. It's when it kind of goes back. I think that's when...
And you go into the, like, fish items.
Yeah. So I think that if they are doing that, that's a great
really
option.
Good. Really accessible as well.
Yeah, but construction begins in 2025, so we can expect a double the size Avengers campus coming up in the next few years.
And speaking of Avengers, keeping with the theme, there are going to be one new attraction each in Shanghai and Hong Kong that are both Avengers.
Yeah, and both Spider-Man themed, which is going to be really, really cute. Because hilariously at Disney Paris last week, we got a Flight Force, which, if any of you know, it is the laziest retheme in the world. I still love the ride because it's the same track as Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
But it's a bad retheme, as much as I love Captain Marvel and I love the representation. Anyway, sidetrack. Once we got off it, Tash said, like, how good would it have been if it was a Spider-Man ride?
Yeah, like kind of like the game, the PlayStation game, if you play it, where you're swinging through New York and you're weaving with Spider-Man.
A roller coaster would give you that feeling, that sensation. And lo and behold,
I'm psychic.
Whoa. Shanghai announced a roller coaster. So that's going to be really cool. And the concept art again. I feel like, should we start a drinking game? How many times have I said the concept art looks amazing? But yeah, so that one looks great. And then at Disneyland Hong Kong, there's going to be a ride that is fairly unspecified right now, but it's giving Tower of Terror vibes.
The concept art definitely looks like people in that kind of shaft falling and Spider-Man catching them.
Do you see? And their arms as well are like, woo!
So I think it might be like, some sort of drop free fall ride.
Yeah. And Doc Ock looks like he's set to be in it too, which is really, really cool. Fave Spider-Man villain.
There we go. They've smashed the concept art with D23. Like, honestly...
Everything looks so fleshed out. It's not as kind of wishy-washy as it was before, where it was like, oh, this could be it, and you'd have like kind of stick figures. Like they've really kind of been, this is what it's going to be.
And you can really envision what it's going to be, what it's going to look like, get excited about, which is really, really cool. Okay, and last but not least, moving on to our home park, Disneyland Paris, which is well overdue. Anything.
Ooh, Walt Disney Studios is a sad place right now. What's even sadder than Walt Disney Studios is the new name of Disney's Adventure World.
I hope it changes. It can't stay.
It just feels like it's a placeholder. And even our friends who are cast members are like, really? Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that wasn't announced. That was announced before, obviously. But we do have opening dates for the World of Frozen, which was already announced for there. Construction has obviously been underway for quite some
2 years,
time.
probably.
Opening year, it's opening in 2026.
Let's hope the beginning. So they can't be longer.
They'd better get a wiggle on, because it has looked the same, because you can see the construction if you go on the parachutes, the Green Army parachutes, and in Toy Story Playland. You can actually see the construction. Top tip there if you want to see how it's going. And it's still looking quite bare.
It looks the same as when we went in 2022, if I'm being honest, but here we are.
But yeah, so that is coming in 2026, and it's obviously going to have the Frozen Ever After ride.
Shops, dining.
The Tangled Spinner attraction is apparently there, which doesn't really make sense.
No, that doesn't.
Anyway, and the exciting part of Disney Adventure World, a brand new land has been announced, which is gonna be incredible. The new Lion King land, there is not like a specific name for it yet.
No.
With one major attraction being a log flume ride through Pride Rock, which again,
it sounds
the
incredible.
concept art looks incredible. But it is going to be taking us through the story of Lion King, which again I'm excited for. I kind of love when we just go back and just tell the stories.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's for me. I'm really excited to try Tiana's Bio Adventure because I think it looks incredible. But I still am gutted that I'm gutted that we didn't kind of have just go through Tiana's story. But here we are.
But this is, I'm so excited for Disneyland Paris with Pride Rock and the Lion King land because no other park has that. And I just think how amazing to have that in Paris, but also get people coming back because it is that forgotten kind of like meh park. I feel like every other park has had something to drive people and to make it better. And Disneyland Paris has just been the same for forever.
So long.
So
this
I think, super exciting news.
And the Lion King aspect as well, like it's such a popular film that I feel like I always forget about, but you look around the parks and those are some of the most visited characters and stuff. You know, you think of like people queuing up for ages to meet Rafiki and
the
things.
shows, like they're always the most popular shows as well.
So I do wonder if, because there's an incredible Lion King show at Disney Paris, but that is over at Disneyland Park. So I wonder if there's a chance that they would move that over and open up a new theatre.
It would make sense.
But then there'd be so many theatres in that park.
Yeah, that park is full of shows and theatres.
Incredible shows. I think like the best around the world. But yeah, so that's really exciting. There's going to be character meet and greets. There's going to be dining, shopping, and that is going to be also around the Adventure Bay, where there is going to be a new nighttime show, and they are planning on having that open for the opening of the Frozen Land. So that is going to be opening in 2026 as well. The concept art is giving World of Color at Disney California Adventure. It's going to be kind of a drone and projection mapping show on water, which I think is going to be really beautiful.
Really fun.
And a nice focal point and something that Disney can kind of make themselves akin to the American parks a little bit, because again, I don't think they have anything like that just now. And the last announcement we have for Disneyland Paris is a brand new nighttime show that is coming as early as January 2025. So I think this is the earliest announcement we have. For the first time, I don't know if you know this actually, for the first time, they're going to have the projection mapping on the castle like they always do, but it's also going to be down Main Street. So it's going to be completely surrounding you, which I think is
super cool.
There's something that Disney Paris knows how to do their nighttime shows, whether it's projections, whether it's drones. I think it's something to be really excited for.
It's going to be epic. Can't wait. So that's everything we think regarding parks.
Yeah.
We made it and we're super excited. Obviously, you know our favourites, what we're looking most forward to. Do you have anything to say?
So give us a shout in the comments. Let us know what you're looking forward to. I think we can all agree that this has been the biggest D23.
Literally.
In recent years that I can remember.
They gave us what we wanted.
Honestly, I think everyone was like, okay, blue sky, but what's actually happening? And I think if there's anything to be said for Epic Universe, it's that it's finally given them the kick up the butt that they needed. You know, I think we've kind of chatted through our speculations and stuff. I think Disney World is going to be on it as soon as possible to get a lot of that stuff done.
Yes.
I think Disney California might play it by ear a little bit, because I know some of them have said that when they're starting construction, but a lot of it is quite open. And I think that's because of the Olympics going to LA. We just were in Disney Paris over the Olympics, and it was surprisingly so quiet. There was so much construction going on, and I think that put a lot of people off going. Disney probably will have learnt from that, and so for California, I think if there is going to be construction, they're going to want it done before the Olympics. I think they're going to have a big bid, as it's the home of Disney. It's the home of Disney Animation Studios. I think they're going to be wanting people to come to the parks, and I don't think they will be wanting construction going on while the Olympics are happening.
True that. But yeah, if you liked this video, subscribe to our channel, like it, comment on it. It means the world to us.
Share it with your friends.
We
want more Disney friends.
We do. If you did enjoy this video as well, go and watch our Florida vlogs and our Paris vlogs, because we've just got back from there and they're super duper fun.
Anyway, I'm Charlotte.
And I'm Tash.
And we are taking the Mickey.
And we'll see you real soon.
Bye guys.